Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's well. I ain't had a video in a few days. I really ain't had anything worth sharing. I'd planned on doing this big long video series on this 460, but I'll just tell you, don't ever plan to do that. Anytime I do that, it blows up in my face. First off, I got the crank in one side of the crankcases and found out they sent me the wrong gasket set. We waited 2 weeks almost on that one gasket for the crankcase. I got that lined out and went to assembling the saw and found out it had like almost 60 thousandths squish with no gasket. We've got that figured out and dialed in. I've got squish on it pretty good. Thing's actually making 180 psi and ain't even never been started the dry cylinder. Let's see, port timing on it ended up really good. We'll just leave it at that. It should be one strong ass saw. I got it all assembled and got to the carburetor and linkage, and lo and behold, there's no throttle rod for the dang carburetor, linkage, whatever you want to call it. So we had to order that last night, and who knows when it'll get here. I ordered it from Wagner's. They're usually pretty dang quick about getting things out to you, so we won't be hearing this one run more than likely till the weekend, or maybe early next week or something, just depending on how quick that throttle linkage gets here. I've got another saw I've been working on. I'll go grab it and bring you guys back, but it does kind of suck on this. It's just been one of those freaking nightmare saws. I know a lot of you that build end up having this happen from time to time, or at least I hope it ain't just me. This thing's knotty and really hard for what it is. I may not be giving this saw the credit it deserves, I guess. But I still say it's slow. Alright guys, I need to wrap this up, and I figured I'd share the little 340. I've mentioned converting it over to 350. I'll be honest with you, I just ain't real tickled with it, and I think it's got a lot to do with the open port cylinder I used. I'm probably just really expecting too much. It is an OEM piston and cylinder. I've even went back into it a couple times making minor tweaks, and I never go back into a saw usually once it's together. very rarely. But this one just ain't performing to my liking. It's really torquey, but it ain't really zippy, if that makes any sense. It just ain't revving out the way I'd want it to for a small saw. It'd be good, you know, if you wanted to run a 20-inch bar on it, the full comp chain, but you know, it's just not my intentions with it. So what I've done is I've actually ordered a 346 top end to go on it. We should have that here maybe, I think they're saying Monday or Tuesday or something. So when I get that here, what we may do is one evening is I may set the camera up and just pull the top end off of it. May help someone, it may not. Doesn't take long. Probably, I think the last time I done it was less than 20 minutes or something. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at on that. I've got some test cuts here I done this evening, and I've made test cut after test cut. I went back in, played the port timing on it a little bit. It's fairly high compression saw to be as little as it is. Squish on it super tight. You know, I spent some time on it, dialing it in to where I thought it would perform well, but again, I could just be expecting too much. I'm comparing it, say, to my 351 I built. That's a 45mm top end with closed port transfers. I done the 2150 for Simple Man. Had that highway with the pop-up. 45mm, again, closed port transfers on it. And you know, this saw runs good, but it's just not up to par with those two saws. In the same piece of wood, my 351 I done, which is basically like a 346 magnesium bodied version of this. It's over twice as fast as this saw, so you know, you can take that for what it's worth. But anyway, just thought I'd shoot a quick little video. Once I get some parts here, waiting on the trigger for the 460. They're saying it may be here Monday or Tuesday, who knows. And then when we get our cylinder for this, we'll get into it. But I've got some other stuff here we can pull out, you know, with the evening, maybe until then. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Y'all stay safe and have a good one.